stall, they could still have somebody come back from the back.
And that's what they're doing, looking over the shoulder, but the officials' cars are between them and the group behind, and Voskamp's left Heppner go on the front all the way through, and so that's put him in a good position. He got the success on stage 18, Voskamp did last year, from Christian Hen by 2 seconds. He starts to go down the left-hand side and rock for this one. Has Heppner got anything left in his legs to close on the Dutchman? On a day like this, the flatlands, the weather conditions are cold and miserable. It has to be a day for the Belgians or the Dutch, and it looks like the Dutchman's trying to go and get it, but has Heppner got anything left to come off his wheel? Up this finishing straight, there's a bit of a slight rise here, and Voskamp might be dying of the two. Crash together against the line. There's going to be an objection there, I'm sure. I'm not quite certain who won that one, but the two of them were looking like Siamese twins, and they came across the line, locked together. But I can't tell you which will be first and second. I'll wait for the judge's verdict on that one. But third place might well go to Christian Hen here, who's done nothing there. And it is Consulat Sorensen pulls over. He really worked himself into a frazzle today to the rider. And also sitting up there at the back, Uchikov and Ekimov, the top stars who drove this thing through, had nothing left in legs, as the other rider who'd just been sucked along in their slipstream came across the line to take the lesser places. Well, sometimes I say the good guys do win, and sometimes the good guys ride themselves into oblivion and they pull over and the rest come thundering through. I'm sure then, Stephen, you and I would like to say to all the Sorensen fans all over the country, watch these two sprint again, that he rode his heart out today. Didn't get the victory in the end, but I still don't know, of these two, who's going to get it, because there, Heppner got himself hooked underneath Voskamp, couldn't come off him, couldn't go round him, or was it just one of those fluke things that says, look, I'm not going to win, so I'll try and hook myself up to you. Let's watch this from the top. Go on, Stephen, tell us.
Well, it's very difficult. Both of them actually go off the line. Actually, both of them here go off the line. Then they just get caught up in another, but it was very, very tight. I don't know how they avoided not coming down. This just goes to show you how much of an acrobat these riders are.
And that was at something like about over 30-35 miles an hour. They locked elbows. They were still fighting their way to the line. Now, how he didn't fall off then, I will never know. But what a shame then for the rider from Telecom. He didn't get the victory. He tried hard, but it looked like good to Voskamp. We're looking at it again from the front, and I suspect they'll probably give the verdict to Voskamp, who really had a straight line. See, Heppner came at him then, and Voskamp didn't move at all, but the way in which Heppner's bike was all over the place certainly hooked against Voskamp. I would say that the victory goes to the man who crossed the line first.
Well, I think so. Both of them, we saw them there last week here with Uchikov and Desbian. Desbian went off his line a little bit and just barely touched. Look at Uchikov there on the left-hand side of his screen there again, being pushed out by Saligari. So Uchikov nearly got the barriers there, very, very tight. I'm sure he'd be going to the judges today and saying, well, you see him here putting his hand up. He says, last week you disqualified me for just kind of slipping off my line a little bit. Here's a guy here nearly putting me into the barriers. I hope you saw that as well.
Well, if you like sprinting and you have got the heart to stand it, we're going to have some more sprinting on Sunday on the Champs-Elysees, when the riders will be hurtling across the line at the end of the stage to see who wins the big one on Sunday. We've got the time trial coming up tomorrow on Eurosport, when really the riders who've just been looking to climb over the man above them will be riding the heart out. Many of the riders tomorrow, further back down, maybe from 30 backwards, will just ride round tomorrow and keep the powder dry for the final day on Sunday. But this sort of sprinting, you imagine these chaps now have been riding round this Tour de France. They've now covered 3,500 kilometres, well over 2,000 miles, and here they are, full of spirit, full of verve, full of fight at the end of this stage into Dijon.
Well, I think what happened actually here in the finish here with Uchikov was the Saligari was coming through. The rider you see there, the red jersey, was coming through, and the TVM rider, I think it was Van Pittigem, actually moved off his line, and Uchikov anticipated what was going to happen and went straight over towards the barriers. But very, very dangerous sprint there. Not as dangerous as this one, though, Dave.
The way his bike twisted, look at this.
Look at the front wheel, the way it lifts.
However, he managed to stay keep that bike in one piece. That's one of the epic pictures, isn't it, in sprinting. We've seen some sprints. We've seen Abed Jafarov wipe out half of the finishing straight banners. We've seen the upending at Amalthea when Jalabert came down, Nelson came